Yeah, no sleepless nights. I sleep fine, but certainly a lot of thought, right? A lot of thinking, a lot of praying about it. That's something that's been, very instrumental for me throughout my entire career, and especially the last 4 or 5 years. I've put in God first in a lot of the decisions, and I'm working on getting there to where He's first in all of the decisions. Sometimes I have a bad habit of thinking that I know what's best, but certainly have prayed a lot about it and continue to think about it, and still don't have a final decision.
I'm curious from the mindset of, you go into this year thinking this is the last year, and again, you're still doing everything you can to make this year as good as possible. The idea of being able to extend it, and you're still as a young as
Yep.
an athlete at this age, how did the mindset change when this was broached to you? Why didn't you just say, heck no, I've made my decision, as opposed to being open to the idea?
I think a lot of that just stems from, being smart enough to say never, and to be open to what doors God may or may not open, and to be accepting to whatever doors close, right? And I think back to my whole career, there's plenty of times where I shouldn't have had another opportunity, and I did. And the only way I can explain it is by God's grace. And there's plenty of times that I should have had a door closed, and it didn't. So, I think for me, and when I think back to when I was 19 years old and got the opportunity to move from Florida to North Carolina, that is without a doubt, I feel like God working in my life to allow that opportunity, because I should have went to school and finished and got my mechanical engineering degree and moved to North Carolina and been an engineer on one of these teams in the garage area. But that wasn't the case. So I have always tried to put God first, and then my family, and then my profession. And still to this day, that's the way I try to pursue it. I don't always get it right, but that's the way I try to pursue it. And so when things come up, when opportunities arise, or when things go away, I try to be obedient and try and pray through those things.
Are you just surprised how things have changed, or you just like, I can't be, because it's in God's hands?
Yeah, I would say surprised, because in my mind, right, like, it should have been a no-brainer, right? But it's not. And so I view that as, God telling me that there's something that I should look at, right? And that I should pray through that. And so I've gone through that exercise.
Is there anyone else in the garage area that
Thank
you've
you.
leaned on through all these decisions? Because I know that there's a lot at stake here. So is there anyone that you've been able to talk with or lean on in or out of the garage area?
No, I think most of my conversations have been internally with my family. That's been most important for me, is to keep Janice in the loop and involve my kids, and that's been the most important opinion that's mattered to me.
Sure. I guess I do have to get him back out.
Okay.